There used to be a time where the term walking sim would only be applied derogatorily, and the same is true of friend slop. A lot of things that just involve playing with your friends and playing over proximity voice is often just labeled friend slop, and a lot of the time it is just friend slop, a game that is only fun because you're playing it with your friends and probably wouldn't be fun in any other context. But to call Big Walk either of these greatly undersells the game's contents and the gameplay itself. Like, sure, you're right, but you've also never been so wrong. In Big Walk, you and up to 12 players play as a weird bird-like Pikmin thing as they explore a big, massive open-world island, collecting weird squash-like objects through solving the island's many puzzles. When you collect one of these squash-like objects, which you and your crew will give a new name, we called ours Babies or Plombus, just random names. Once you've collected one, you'll then bring them back to one of the game's towers and put them into a case. This then unlocks new rewards or areas to aid in your exploration once you collect the set amount. And that's kind of it. That's kind of the whole game. But the restrictions of the game and the puzzle design is where it gets interesting. It's like Talos Principle but multiplayer, or Portal 2 but much more multiplayer. In-game, players will use proximity-based voice chat where your audio levels will be affected by distance and other environmental aspects, and the game gives you tools to improve this experience. Scattered throughout the world are radio stations where players can communicate between walkie-talkies, or you can just use the walkie-talkies to talk to other walkie-talkies. The players using the radio tend to be in very high places and can use this along with laser pointers and binoculars to guide people to puzzles that they spot in the distance. This might seem inefficient, but when the map is an old school paper map, like big, like folding atlas, it can make things much easier unless your navigator was born before the rise of GPS and they can actually be pretty good with a map. You can use the towers and radios to coordinate multiple teams to multiple different puzzles, but in the end, everyone will choose to stay together so that they don't miss out on any of the cool puzzles. While it's more efficient to use the towers and radios, it's much more fun to go over the whole map together. Finishing these puzzles is also very satisfying. With each finished puzzle, your crowd of friends will cheer and immediately go on their way to find that next big hit of dopamine.
I got 13 again.
I had 5 that time.
13.
11.
11, so
29.
24 and 5. 29, yeah.
Yay! It's also sort of relaxing knowing that if a puzzle is too much for you, that you have a handful of other people who can take some of that cognitive load off, should it be too overwhelming for you. Puzzles can be as simple as getting an egg timer into a bucket before it dings, all the way up to some incredibly challenging puzzles. Like, explaining some of these is as much of a labor as solving them. In one puzzle we had 4 rooms and each of us had to go into a room where we have a speaker and an intercom. The intercom could only be heard by one player and your speaker would only play from one other player's intercom. We're supposed to describe the shape for our specific room, and then like a game of telephone, each person in the line describes the shape. A simple challenge if everyone is paying attention and communicates well. But if one person messes it up, the challenge is almost impossible. Some puzzles may seem like they can only be completed by 4 people, but through creative solutions you'll figure it out. There's so many parts of this game that make it fun, the exploration and the puzzles, but also the way the game tells you nothing. Every new thing uncovered feels like uncovering a part of a larger mystery, all without really saying a word. I'd love to tell you more about this, but this is definitely one of those ones you have to experience for yourself. For what this game is trying to achieve, it's perfect. Whether it's good or not is going to depend on your opinion of puzzle games, as this is the best execution of a puzzle game on this scale. Might be the only execution of a puzzle game on this large of a scale. You really won't find much else like it. $20 a person might seem like a bit much, and I thought so at first, but I came in with the expectation that it was going to be friend slop, and it very much wasn't. This game is worth the spend. If you're looking for your next big co-op excursion, Big Walk should be it. Thanks for watching, and thanks to the patrons and members on YouTube like Kodzusi, Gezro, Asteria, Nebazi, Aspirin Artist, Paper, Fate Penguin, Momentary Unicorn, Nat, Marius, Worm Syrup, Rask, Beef, Vaderson, Linky, Corva Bloodwed, Spikejack, Ilwez, Alter Ego, Rask again, Nightmare Wuna, Freya Games, Addy14, Willie Pete, TG Dante, Linky again, and Malding Brick. I'll see you all later. This game won't big or walk itself. Bye.